Hello there, thanks for tuning to Excel Island and welcome back to my channel. Or welcome if you're a new and or existing subscriber. My name is Abaton Shekdi, and this is what I basically do on this channel for now, so far. So far, uh, a couple of weeks back, I started live streaming my learning journey, trying to upskill myself and my knowledge in SQL. So I subscribed to a 1 year subscription on the Datacamp platform, and I've been learning consistently since day one for the last 41 days. Today is day 42, and the goal is to learn consistently and live stream for the next 100 days. So I'm super excited. This is day 42. And the idea is to show up 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 1 hour every day, learning something new to compound those knowledge from what I've learned from the previous days right now and trying to achieve the knowledge the so the goal is to achieve the role of an let me say not really an expert because to become an expert in something you have to have mastered almost every topics about that stuff. But to be an intermediate or a good have a strong understanding of SQL to be able to analyze data from various sources to slice and dice the data. So I've been doing that consistently for the last 42 days. So welcome to day 42. Today is day 42 using the data camp platform and resource. So that's basically what I so I also share content on Excel. Or I plan to include Power BI, Python very soon, and share my knowledge about data analytics and help someone out there to become a seasoned data analyst. You get it now? So that's basically what I do on my channel. I also talk about freelancing, remote work, and how to become a successful freelancer. So I've been using the teachings from my coach, Bengali B, for the past 2, 3 years, getting close to 4 years now to become a successful freelancer. So I also share my experience, what I've learned so far, what I've done, what I did wrong, what I did right to become where to reach where I am today or to become where I am today as a freelancer working from home. So I became a full-time freelancer this year. As at this period last year, I was working a 9 to 5 job. So I'm super excited. I left that behind me and to pursue my dream of becoming a full-time freelancer. So this is the first year of my experience in my life, or this is the first year experience of becoming a full-time freelancer. Like 24/7, I'm at home. I only go out to relax, catch fun, or get some stuff. So I work from home 24/7. So I'm a full-time freelancer. So there's a course by my coach, Bengadi Bean, which teaches you also how to become a successful freelancer. I enjoy the benefit of working from anywhere you're in the world, from your house, or in a plane, in your favorite vacation destination. You can work as a freelancer anywhere you want. So the name of the course is Freelance Client Magnet Course. And what this course does is that it teaches you how to become a successful freelancer using various platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, LinkedIn, your own job website, and even optimizing your social media account to pursue your freelance business, to have a successful freelance business. This course contains everything. This course also comes with weekend support. You get a one-on-one or Zoom session with the course instructor himself, Dengadebi, every weekend, 365 days a year. He doesn't miss weekend section. I can bet you can. How will I say that? I want to say I can vouch for you on that. It doesn't make weekend sessions. Dengadebi. So let me show you Dengadebi profile on Twitter. You can go to Twitter and search for Dengadebi. You see his profile on Twitter. You can check his pin tweet. You see a lot of testimonials from students. Even Josh Bonstek have actually commented on this post before and telling him he's doing a good job. And I think Adib is doing an amazing job of sharing his own freelance knowledge and becoming a highly rated freelance coach so far. So you can check out his pin tweet. I am one of his testimonials. You can also see a lot of testimonials right there. And I'll leave a link to the course under this YouTube description. You can check it out and get 10% off your purchase using the link in the YouTube description here. So do check out that course. So basically what I do every day is try to learn and compound my knowledge for the next 100 days in SQL. So I'm currently in the using the career track data analyst in SQL, and this career track has 11 courses. I have been able to complete 5 courses so far for the last 41 days. I've completed 5 courses, and I am currently on the sixth course. So I'm getting close to completing the sixth course. You get it now? So data analysis in SQL. And the goal is to finish the course within these 100 days. And I'll move after SQL, I'm moving to Power BI. Get it now. So after Power BI, I'm moving to Python. My Excel is not that really strong yet. I'm also practicing my Excel skills behind the live stream. You get that now? But Data Camp also has Excel resources here also. So you can see I've completed 5 courses. I'm actually on the 6th course. I still have 5 more courses to go with one project. So the goal is to be consistent and live stream this journey, this amazing journey so far. You get it now. So you can check out the Datacamp platform if you are interested in the data analytics field or the data field in general. There are other career track also there like Python, R, and so on. So before I start continuing my lessons from where I stopped yesterday, I always love to review a couple of weak areas, which these weak areas are based on past courses, just for me to refresh those concepts and have a good understanding of those concepts. So I'll just quickly review this weak area. Just review this weak area real quick. So this section is on data manipulation in SQL. I think that was the fourth course, or yeah, I think the fifth course in the career track. So can you use a nested subquery in form? So you can perform subqueries in select in the select statement, also in the form statement, also in the where statement. Input your subqueries anyway. So it starts, this one says, can you use a nested subquery in form to extract the two hottest months from a data set of weather in San Francisco? So here is a preview of the weather table. So this is the weather table. You have the date and the maximum temperature for those dates, those particular dates. So complete the code. So we are using a nested subquery here. So select MO and mean I from. So there's now a subquery here. Select MO as mean I. So this mean I is just selected here, and this MO is selected from here. But there's another from clause here. It's saying select. This should be select. Oh, I'm not this. I'm referring to this one here. I'm coming just do that, but I'm not to. This one should be select here. Oh, my select is already here. So I'll just reset everything. I'll just reset it. So the first one here should be select. Select extract month as MO. So this MO will now select MO from, okay. This one should be average temperature here. Since this is mean I, the first one there should be average this. Select MO and the average of this as mean I. This should be select also there. Select there from maximum temperature, then from weather here. That should give us our answer. Let's take that. Oh, cool. That's cool. Select date, temperature. So complete the code to return the output. So once we return this output of date, temperature and temperature difference. So select date, temperature, and temperature difference, which is this query here. Just say select average temp. So we select average temp. Yep. Yeah, this will definitely from this average. This is select average temp from temp as temperature difference. Then select the date, temp, temperature, Fahrenheit temperature minus average temperature. Mm, that should be correct exactly. If the following is not true about correlated subqueries. So correlated subqueries, they offer an alternative to complex join. It's not correct. They usually reduce the length of your query. This is not correct. They require at least three tables to be present. Um, they show slow down your query. I think this is the third one. Yes. They slow down your query processing time, which is right. If you are using subqueries, it will slow down your query processing time. But they usually reduce the length of your query. That is correct. They offer an alternative to complex joins. So that is absolutely correct. Let's ace this last one. The free quick, the free kick accuracy of players. So the free kick accuracy of players in the European soccer database is 48.2%. So what is the output of this code? Select player name, free kick accuracy from players, where player name in, select player name for players, where player name like Andre. So in the where clause, we're expecting it to return only player names that have Andre at the beginning and any other name. So this should be Andre, this should be this. That's that. So are the most popular stations to start a trip also the most popular stations to end a trip? Can you set up can you set up and join two cities to get this result? Here is a preview of the trip table. So we want to use correlated subquery, which is called city. So start dates, start station for that start date, end dates, and the end station. We want to see is it the same place that they are starting a trip? Also the same place they are ending the trip like this one here. The start station is this, and the end station is also the same thing. But the start station is this, the end station is different here. So we only want to count for those trips that started at same station and ended at same station. So we'll use the city. Select start station. Let's do a city there. So with S as this is our city. Select the start station. Count the start date of those start station as ST from trip. Then go by start station. So this is our first subquery as a city. This is also a city. This will be end. E as select end station, count the end date as end from trip go by start station. We will now select the start station here, S dot start station from here, and S dot start the count of those trips at that start station. These are these two queries is giving us here. This also E dot end station as end. I'm selecting the end station here. From there, okay, we are now we're okay. Now we are counting. We are already selecting the start station from from this one here. So in this second part here, we are selecting the stats. This counts here, the count of the dates to count that, or let's count the end of the date here also from here, the end date here from S. So we now say okay, now join. So now join on start station on trip that starts from the S start station and trip that end on those ends that are equal. So they have to be inner join, right? You're not even using left join, you have to be inner join returns rows that match from both the end station and the start station. So I'll just say e dot end station there. Let's check that in, and that should be correct. So that will give us results. The query will return rows or trip that starts at the start station and ended at the same start station. So matching rows. So all that is being there. And day 42 streak is achieved. But that's not all. We need to take a couple of lessons. So we just don't want to practice that only, but also take. So let's continue from here. So I was taking this chapter 2 of the courses today. Let me just play the video again. So I started this chapter 3, and the goal is to finish this course this week. So passing and manipulating text. So let's finish this chapter. Let me just listen to this video again before we move to this lesson. Before we move to the next. So passing strings and character data.
Next up, we will learn about string functions in PostgreSQL that allow us to parse and manipulate text data. We will also learn how to combine and nest functions to provide additional capabilities. First, let's look at the char length function. The char length function can be used to determine the number of characters in a string. Char length accepts a string as an input and returns the number of characters in the string as an integer for the output. In this example, we see the char length function used on the title column of the film table in the DVD rental database. Length is analogous to char length, accepts the same parameter, and returns the same result as you see in this example. These two functions can be used interchangeably depending on your preference. The position function returns an integer which represents the number of characters from left to right before the search string is located. Looking at the customer table, we can find the position of an @ sign in the email column. String pose is analogous to position with a slightly different syntax, as you see in this example. Now let's look at some functions that will help you parse strings into substrings. The left function allows you to extract the first n characters of a string. In this example, we are going to extract the first 50 characters of the description column from the film table in our DVD rental database. The right function is very similar to left, but as you might expect, it extracts the last n characters of a string. Substring allows you to do pretty much exactly what its name implies. Extract a substring from text data. The substring function takes three parameters. The first is the source string or column, in this example, the description column from the film table. This is followed by an integer representing the starting position of the source string, or in this case, the number 10. Finally, we include another integer to specify the length of the substring that you want to extract, in this case, the number 50. Substring can Finally, we include a column from the film table. This is followed by an integer representing the starting position of the source string, or in this case, the number 10. Finally, we include another integer to specify the length of the substring that you want to extract, in this case, the number 50. Substring can be combined with other functions to provide additional capabilities. In this example, we can extract the text from the left side of the @ sign in an email address using.
So this one is saying substring. Substring we ask for the has three parameters. So substring is the column you want to extract from. The substring from 0 for how many length. And that's okay for position from the outside. Return everything. So this code is pretty funny. substring only has three parameters or three syntax. Yes, three arguments rather. So let's say three arguments. A substring has three arguments. That's the column you want to extract from, the starting position that you want to start extracting from, and the number of characters you want to extract from that starting position. So for this one now, the substring is saying from the email column, from zero, starting from zero, extract everything from the @ sign in the email column. That's funny. That's literally what I can interpret that to. So from the email, you need to extract everything, probably after the email, before the email.
A slightly different set of parameters in the substring function. The first parameter remains the same, but the second parameter is replaced with the from keyword, followed by an integer representing the starting position, and the third parameter includes the for keyword, followed by an integer representing the ending position. In this example, we use the position function as the second parameter in the substring function. Now we can use a different technique if we want to extract the characters to the right of the @ sign in the email column. In this example, we use the position function as
So that means this is returning everything from the left of the @ sign. So this is returning everything from the left of the @ sign. After the @ sign, everything from the left will be returned. What I want to get, let me look at that right first.
function as the second parameter in the substring function. Now we can use a different technique if we want to extract the characters to the right of the @ sign in the email column. In this example, we use the position function as the second parameter of substring to determine the starting position in the string, and the char length function to determine the last position, which is a nice trick for determining the last position of a string. The position function will return the integer value of the position.
So substring email from starting position is, well, this is going to return the integer value. It's going to return a value, the integer value for the @ sign in the email column. That's a +1. Then the end position for char length email.
Position of the @ sign in the string. To exclude the @ sign from the result, we need to add 1 to the starting position. Sub-str is analogous to exclude the @ sign from the result.
This is funny. If you include 1 here, it's supposed to be -1. So I'm using my Excel knowledge. Then the number of characters is for the total length in the email. Okay.
We need to add 1 to the starting position. Sub-str is analogous to substring, but only allows for the parameters to be separated by commas, and does not allow for the alternative syntax using the from and for keywords. Now it's your turn. Let's practice using these functions in the exercises.
Yeah, let's practice. So this one is quite straightforward. Determine the number of characters in a string is something that we use frequently when working with data in a SQL database. Many situations will require you to find the length of a string stored in a database. For example, you may need to limit the number of characters that are displayed in an application, or you may need to ensure that a column in your dataset contains values that are all the same length. So in this example, we are going to determine the length of the description column in the film table or the DVD rental base. So that's quite simple. So the instruction says select the title and the description column from the film table. So select title, then description from the film table. Now determine the length of the description column. When determine the total length, you can just use length. Find the number of characters in the description column with the alias description length. So that should be just using length column length function there. len dth from the description column. Alias is as description length. I spelled it correctly. length. So each length here is 96, you can see. Or you can see that. Let me just switch off my camera a little bit. You can see the length of each column 96, length of the number of characters there for each description, for each record rather, 96, 90, 108, 91. So that's it there. Quite straightforward. And boom, that's quite simple. So now the next instruction says, in the previous exercise, you calculated the length of the description column and noticed that the number of characters varied, but most of the results were over 75 characters. There will be many times when oops, there will be many times when you need to truncate a text column to a certain length to meet specific criteria for an application. So in this exercise, we will practice getting the first 50 characters of the description column. So that should be quite simple. And we want to be using position or using substring there. So select the first 50 characters of the description column with alias short description. So that should be first 50 character. Mm, Taking of the then we can just use left there. Left will work, sure. You can just use left there for description. Then select show me the first 50 from the left. Alias as short length, short description. So left description and I just run the code and see. So we're getting the first 50 character of each description. So I could just submit that. Let's see. And that is quite straightforward. Oh, thank you, short master. So extracting substring from test data. So in this exercise, you are going to practice how to extract substring from text. So from text column. So the circular database contains the address table which stores the street address for all rental store locations. So what you need a list of all the street names. So it says the circular database contains the address table which stores the street address for all rental store locations. But you need a list of all the street names where the store are located, but the address column also contains the street number. So what we do is you need a list of all the street names where the stores are located. Okay, but the address column also contains the street number. We will use several functions that we learned about in this video to manipulate the address column and return only the street address. Extract only the street address without the street number from the address column. Let's see what the address column looks like. Okay, let's say we should extract only the street address. It's only the street address without the street number from the address column. What is the address column? So we can use substring there. Definitely substring. Let's use substring. So the goal is to extract only the street address from here without these numbers. Now we need to use the space. So there's a space, they need to extract everything after the space. You can see the space between each street address and the number. So we use that space. So substring address, you can say for position. So we're extracting everything from the left. No, from the left. Everything after the space. That is to the left. That's to the left or to the right. That's to the right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can say from can use the from clause there. From now is the position clause is the position from the position. I didn't spell that very well. Position of the space in the address column. Can say in the address column. In the address column. So after that, then get everything, the total length. So stop at for the child length. Use the child length function. It's going to show us the total number of characters there uh, in the address column. Let's see that. So basically, so we are using the substring function, which has to contain three syntax. That is the column, the starting position, and the ending position. So we're now making use of other functions in our starting position. We are saying from the space here, on the space here, in the address column, plus one. Instead of in Excel, it's usually minus one. So we want to minus this space out of it. On SQL, I don't know why it is saying plus one. That's quite funny. Let's run the code. Aha. Why am I making a mistake? Oh, okay. Yes, no. Yeah, this column is spelled the same thing. So syntax zero at near address. Oh, I'm having 2 4 there. Supposed to be having one for here. I'm having an error in my address. Why am I having address? This address. So from address, so you don't mean no. So this is the address column here. So I say select the substring now. That should work now. Are you not seeing the select statement there? Ah, so why there? You can see we only return the street name without the street number. The number. So that's what the query is doing for us. This is a query here. But in plus this plus one is minusing the space that is between the street number here and the street name to the left or to the right. Now the substring function is useful when you need to pass substring from the middle of text data, and you can use as you can see from the middle of the text data, and as you can see can be powerful when combined with position and length function. So that's quite interesting. Now last one. So in this next example, we are going to break apart the email column from the customer table into three new derived fields. Passing a single column into multiple columns can be useful when you need to work with certain subset of data. Email address have embedded information stored in them that can be passed out to derive additional information about your data. So for example, we can use the technique we learned about in this video to determine how many of our customers use an email from a specific domain. Oh, that's true. So extract the characters to the left of the as of the email column in the customer table and alias it as username. So we want to come to the customer table in the email, we want to get the username of the customers. That is, the username is everything after before the outsign, which is username Mary Smith, Patricia Jones. I think I've done something like this before in Excel. Extract the characters to the left of the at sign. And just street something there. So if you want to use before the at sign, you can use, what can we use there? Thinking. Mm, it's also to use substring there. Mm, you can say, okay, let's use substring. Substring, the email column. The email column. Now, this is where gets funny. Can I say position of at? Mm-hmm. The position of at in email minus. So okay, substring the column. Now for you to use substring, you need to have the column, the starting position and the ending position. So I'm not seeing that here. Let me see what else I can use there. I'm not using substring. I can use I should to use left there or right. If I use position, it's also the same thing as using the string position also. So let's leave that. But if I'm using right, now to return everything from the left. Okay, I think I need to use left there. Left should work there. Fine. I think the best option is to use left email position of @ sign in email minus one as username. Now extract the characters to the right of it. To the right is now much more different. So to the right, you can use substring here, which fits that very well. Substring the email column from the position of the @ sign. You can also use position there. Position of the @ sign email plus one. You can also say for new character for new character length. For Geochar LENG DTH in the email column. Okay, let's run that and test it. Aha, we're able to get. So we just extracted the username from the email column here. Username using this left email position at @ sign -1 to minus the @ sign out of. If I remove this -1, you see to return the @ sign along with it. You see, you can see the @ sign get returned with it. So I have to use -1 there to minus that in the code. But same thing here. If I come back here, if I say Sakila here, from this sakilacustomer.org, if I remove this +1 here, let's see what it does. Let me go back to my query here. Let's see. So +1 is like it's quite funny, sha. Like +1 should be adding another string to it from the right. But because we are returning from the right, so +1 here, remove the @ sign also from here. And that's it. Left email. Let's submit that. And boom, we got that. So that's quite straightforward. Let's finish the last part of this chapter. So there is the padding, string function, and so on. Oh, we're like 43 minutes into the live stream. Well, let's quickly finish this section.
Next, we are going to take a look at how to truncate and replace or overwrite characters in a string. The first function that we'll look at is the trim function. The trim function will remove characters from either the start or end of a string or both and accepts three parameters. The first parameter is optional and specifies whether you want to remove characters from the beginning or end of a string or both. Or overwrite characters in a string. The first function that we'll look at is the trim function. The trim function will remove characters from either the start or end of a string or both and accepts three parameters. The first parameter is optional and specifies whether you want to remove characters from the beginning or end of a string or both. If this parameter is omitted, the default value is both. The second parameter, which is also optional, specifies the characters to be removed from the string. If this parameter is omitted, the default value is a blank space. And finally, the third parameter is the string that you wish to trim. Most of the time, you'll use this function without the first two parameters and just pass the string as a single parameter. This default behavior will remove all white space from the beginning and end of the string, as you see in this example. The ltrim and rtrim functions are analogous to trim, but only remove characters from either the beginning or the end of the string, not both. Much like trim, you'll use these functions with their default behavior to truncate white space. In this example, we see that ltrim removes only the spaces at the beginning of the word padded, but leaves the spaces at the end of the string. And you'll see the opposite result from rtrim in this example. The function lpad appends a character or string to another string by a specified number of characters. This is useful when you need a field to be the same length and want to pad the string with a certain character like a space or a tab. In this example, we are padding the word padded with the hash character so that the string returned has a character length equal to 10. Hash character by a specified number. The function lpad appends a character or string to another string by a specified number of characters. This is useful when you need a field to be the same length and want to pad the string with a certain character like a space or a tab. In this example, we are padding the word padded with the hash character so that the string returned has a character length equal to 10. If you omit the third parameter in the lpad function, as you see in this example, the string will be padded with a space character by default. And when the length parameter is less than the original length of the string, as you see here, the result returned will be truncated. The length of the space character if you alter so that the string or string to another string by example. The function lpad appends a character or string to another string by a specified number of characters. This is useful when you need a field to be the same length and want to pad the string with a certain character like a space or a tab. In this example, we are padding the word padded with the hash character so that the string returned has a character length equal to 10. If you omit the third parameter in the lpad function, as you see in this example, the string will be padded with a space character by default. And when the length parameter is less than the original length of the string,
3, 4, 5, 6. Must be 5 character, which is not specified. It will pad the space.
as you see here, the result returned will be truncated.
So it was truncated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 5 character. Oh, okay.
The rpad function is analogous to lpad, but will pad the string with characters to the right.
Yeah.
All right, now it's time to practice these functions with the exercises.
So let's finish this section. Wow, so we are through with chapter 3. That's good. The goal is to finish with chapter 3 today. Let's go. So padding string is useful in many real-world situations. Earlier in this course, we learned about string concatenation and how to combine the customer's first and last name separated by a single blank space, and also combine the customer's full name with their email address. So the padding functions that we learned about in the video are an alternative approach to do this task. To use this approach, you will need to combine and nest functions to determine the length of a string to produce the desired result. Remember, when calculating the length of a string, you often need to adjust the integer return to get the proper length or position of a string. Let's revisit the string concatenation exercise, but use padding functions. So the instruction says, add a single space to the end or right of the first name column using a padded function. Use the double pipe operator. So this is the double pipe operator to concatenate the padded first name to the last name column. Okay, let's see. To concatenate the padded first name and last name, customer, add a single space to the end of the to the end or right of the first name. To the end or right of the first name, add a single space. Hmm. Let's add a single space. Hmm. Hmm. To the end or right of this first name. You can use the L pad or R pad there. Oh, this is also to add. Oh, I understand it now. So can I just use L pad or L pad? Hmm. The L pad function is going to ask for okay, the column, our first name column. Yeah, the first name here. Then you can say the length of the first name plus one. Next is going to add then the last name here. Let's see that. Oh, I'm missing a space. I need to add a space there. So I just join the first name and last name column together, but I'm missing a space. I could have used concatenate, but the instruction says use the padded function. So the padded function I know the all pad, L pad, right pad. So the L pad function says first name, then length of last name plus one. Then we concatenate that. Uh, I'm missing a space there. So I'm missing a space there. That's why the padded function there. I need to specify my padded function. That's the challenge. So I need to come back here, but I don't want to spoil. If I refresh the code just says, okay, good. If I use all pads without mm, space, let's see the quick. You can see I'm missing the first name, but it has added the space there. It has added even a whole lot of space. Now if I should add the first name there, And I'll have another result entirely. Uh-huh. I need the space between my names. How do I get in the space there without breaking what was? And the challenge is that this this is the code I need to fill up. But I know LPAD has three syntax. I need to fulfill three syntax to use the LPAD. So the only padded function I know is the LPAD. I can't use trim, I can't use L trim, I can't use R trim, only LPAD and right pad. Okay, let me try right pad there. To the right, R pad, the first name. Okay, let's see that. And last name here. Let's run that. Aha, so I'm supposed to use R pad. R pad, they have adding a space to the right of my first name. So L pad is already adding a space to the left already. Oh, we got that. Let me just check that one more time. Just curious though. Alpha first name, then length. I'm not asking it, at least specify the third character for the alpha or alpha function. It's not going to add a space to the right. Exactly. So alpha, okay, that's cool. So now add a single space to the left or beginning of the last name. To the left or beginning of the last name. A single space. You can use left part there. So we want the first name here. Just copy this one here. This will be first name, but what is space in our last name, which is this one here. The last name, what is space after it there? So that should be L pad there. L pad, the last name. Let's go that and see. Aha, what's the problem now? Why? Aha, there's a space here. You probably can't see it. There's a space after the space. So L pad left. So that should be the left. Oh, left. There's a space. Okay, the left is adding space to the left side there. Oh, cool. Now the last one. So add a single space to the right or end of first name, to the right of the first name or the end of the first name, column, add a character less than to the right or end of the last name, column, finally add the character to the right or end of the email column. Wow. Okay, the first option says add a single space to the right or end of the first name, to the right, going to be alpha there. To the right, so to the right, so that should be our part. So that will be our part there for the first name. So by default, we specify the character to add for our part. So we need to add a space by default. So the second instruction says add the character to the right or end of the last name. So this one will be L part at the left of the last name. The last name as okay, this should be this space there. Left of the last name. Add greater than less than sign to it. Last name. Let me just copy the last name here. And the last one says, finally, add characters greater than to the right on the end of the email. Oh, okay. Length of the email mm, to the right or end. That will be alpha also. Email column. Let's run that and see what's the problem. Aha. I see it's not starting to make sense now. We selected the first name, then we concat that with this after adding the character greater than sign to it, to the last name and everything in the last name. Then the email is concatenated from here after adding the greater than sign to it. So check the highlighted code. It's pressing alpha there. Why alpha there? Alpha. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I use alpha there. And it also says add the character to the right or end of the last name. Last name, which is this alpha. Mm, I also need to understand when to add to the right, when to add to the left. So we still have one last part of the print function. So this padding, I need to practice it very well. Alpha is going to add to the right of the name. And to the right, we mean oh, the right is the let's say if I write B-O-B Bob. To the right of Bob is the second B after the zero in the middle. That's to the right. Left part is the first B. Oh, now understand left part and right part. So in this exercise, we are going to revisit and combine a couple of exercises from the earlier in this chapter. If you recall, we used left function to truncate the description column to 50 characters, but saw that some of the words were cut off and or add training white space. We can use training functions to eliminate the white space at the end of the string after it has been truncated. Convert the film category name to uppercase and use concat to concatenate it with title. Film category name, convert the film category name into the category name here to uppercase. Okay. Okay, so you convert the film category to uppercase. You can say hold up. Uh, so we can see upper here, upper name column here, the name column here. Then you can just concatenate that. I use concat the upper of the name column in the category film using this, then the title, the film title here, from here to it. So as film category, that we want to do there. That is stop. Now truncate the description. Truncate the description. Remove trailing white spaces. So the description, once we remove the spaces there, um, How do we do that? Let's see. Ooh, think we're having brackets, parentheses here. Hmm. So okay, the description. Remove trailing white space. Hmm. Thinking the description column. If you're truncating, why so many? Okay, let's see that. Hmm. I'm thinking says if you recall, use left function. Okay, you want me to combine trim and left. I think left. This will be left. Mm-hmm. Left the description column. Well, give me 50 character from the description column there. But trim all the used trading spaces out of that. Oh, figure that out. Let's run that and see. On I'm not I'm not supposed to tackle the join clauses. Why not disturbing me? Aha, we got it. So we've used film description to remove all trailing spaces. Okay, left description from the film table, but give us 50 character. Hmm. Now let's finish this. Putting it all together. So in this exercise, we are going to use the film and category tables to create a new field called film category by concatenating the category name with the film title. The category name, the category name here with the film title here. Okay, that will be what the film category. That is the genre of the film and the film title. Okay, you will also practice how to truncate text fields like film, tables, description column without cutting off a word. Okay, so to accomplish this, we will use reverse function to help determine the position of the last white space character in the description before we reach 50 characters. So this technique can be used to determine the position of the last character that you want to truncate and ensure that it is less than or equal to 50 characters and does not cut off a word. This is an advanced technique, but I know you can do it. Let's dive in. Of course, I can do it now. Let's dive in. Like, I don't remember what the reverse function does, but I guess on it reverse. Let's see. I need to go back and practice now. So the instruction says get the first 50 characters of the description column. Aha, this has been solved. We did this earlier. I just filling the name, the category name from the name from the category table We are now concatenating with this semicolon to the theme title. So truncate the description without cutting off a word. Without cutting off a word. Hmm. This will be left. Left description. Yours with character. Supply the position of the first white space character. Oh. Hmm. We have subtract. What am I using? What will I use there? Truncate. That should be trim. Truncate says trim. Trim. Mhm. Trim the description column 50. We're saying 50. Uh, I'm missing something here. Supply the position of the first white space character. What am I missing here? I'm missing something here. Let's figure out what I'm missing there. I'm spending more time on this than I planned. So we're 1 hour into, over an hour into the live stream. But I need to figure this out. Hmm. Truncate the description, cutting off a word. So just say trim. Now subtract the position of the first white space character. We have the subtract function. Subtract, subtract operator rather. Yeah, but I'm missing something here. What am I missing? Hmm. Oh, okay. There's a space here. Okay. Are you saying I'm missing something here? There's a function I need to put here. Subtract. So I can't figure out what I'm missing there currently. Okay. Let's say position there. Position. Let's use position there. Let's see. So for position or space in, let me check the position or space. Oh, I'm supposed to use position here. Position of this space in, now reverse same left description here. Okay, let's see. It's quite funny then. Hmm. I was supposed to use left here. Left. Give me left character from there. Okay. Aha. But I think it's done the same thing. Like what we did earlier. In the first, oh, if I go back to this one here, I go back to the trim function here. When I use, what did I use there? We only use trim. Yes. Trim left description. But this one is quite funny though. Let me check. Let me just copy this real quick. I'll just copy it there. Let me come back here to this trim function. Yeah. If I go to the last part, oh, you can see trim left description 50. I want this code. Let me run this code. You can see we got exactly same result like we did in that my earlier code. We use concat, blah blah blah. So trim left description 50. We just trim it. We got the same result. So same thing here. So maybe it's like let me run the code. You can see we are getting the same thing. Exactly the same result. So why would I want to use this? Well, it's quite simple though. So left description 50 minus position of the first white space character, position of the space in reverse left. Um, that's quite funny though, but and tricky. Aha. I think we finished chapter 3. We're on track, so I should be to finish this last chapter and start a new part of the course next week by Sunday or Monday. And boom, we are on track. But still a lot of stuff to practice. That's the challenge. We have to practice. We have 1 hour to go in this course. Alright, so that will be the end of the live stream for today. So thanks for staying to the end of the live stream. If you found value in this video, do support the channel by giving this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Also, make sure to put on the notification bell to know anytime I go live for the next 100 days. Share your thoughts in the comment section with me. Comment and let me know. Yeah, share your thoughts in the comment section. And don't forget to check out the freelance client magnet course by my coach Ben Gadibi. I'll leave a link to that in the YouTube description. Peace out, and I'll see you on day 43 live stream. Yeah, we were able to achieve day 42 live stream. I'll see you tomorrow.